Okay, Wicket and I are going to tell you about some more books that you definitely should read and maybe haven't heard of. Number one, this one is pretty well known, How to Kill a City by Peter Moskowitz. This is about like gentrification from the bottom up and inequality in housing. Highly recommend this. Coming in hot with the young adult fiction, Time Windows by Catherine Rice. This is like an 80s young adult fiction about a girl who moves into a house and finds a spooky dollhouse in the attic. And when she looks into it, it's like, it's exactly her house, and she sees what was happening with the people who lived there before her. I love shit like this. I'm obsessed with houses. So highly recommended, 80s Scholastic published Apple paperbacks, Babysitter's Club, baby. Okay, next. Shadowed Lives, Leo Chavez. This is like an anthropological journal or a collection of like anthropological studies of undocumented immigration. I did an independent study on this in college, and this book was just a really, really, really good primary source, and I just think everyone should have like an understanding of this. Not that I'm like an expert or anything like that, but it was just a really good like primary source. Next, Dwellings by Linda Hogan, a First Nations author. She in this is talking about just like the relationships in the living world between humans, plants, animals, all over the world. This is a great book. I also had to read this one in college, but I really loved it. Next, Alyssa Washuta, My Body is a Book of Rules. Again, a college book. Alyssa was actually one of my college professors. This is about just her coming of age, you know, women, 20s, 30s, the trauma that we deal with, especially intertwined with like an intersectional identity of being an Indigenous woman who experiences trauma, generational trauma related to that and other things. I don't want to give too much away, but this is really good. You should pick it up. She just published another book too that I'm really excited about. I think I'm on the waiting list for it. Next, Asians Wear Clothes on the Internet. This is about style blogger Susie Bubble. This is a really, really interesting book about the intersections of race, gender, personal style, and blogging in that really interesting, like 2006 to 2009 time on the internet that I'm really fascinated with. Highly recommend this one. And then finally, Daphne Skalinsky, The Last Time I Wore a Dress. This is about a trans person in the 80s and their experience of coming out. This is kind of a quick read and almost reads like young adult fiction, but I love this. I also had to read this for college. These are all college books. Highly recommend. Let me know what you think or if you have any recommendations based off of those.